A farmer went out to his field one morning to dig up some yams. While he was digging, one of the yams said to him,
"Well, last year here, you never weeded me, but now you come around with your digging stick. Now go away and leave me alone."
The farmer turned around and looked at his cow in amazement. The cow was chewing on her cud and looked at him.
Did you say something?
He asked. The cow kept on chewing and said nothing, but the man's dog spoke up.
It wasn't the cow who spoke to you.
The dog said.
It was the yam. The yam says leave him alone.
The man became angry because his dog had never talked to him before. They didn't like his tone besides, so he took his knife and cut a branch from a palm tree to whip his dog. Just then the palm tree said,
"Put that branch down."
The man was getting very upset about the way things were going, and he started to throw the palm branch away, but the palm branch said,
"Put me down softly."
He put the palm branch down gently on a stone, and the stone said,
"Get that thing off me."
This was enough, and the frightened farmer started to run for his village. On the way, he met a fisherman going the other way with a fish trap on his head.
"What's the hurry?"
The fisherman asked.
My yam said.
"Leave me alone."
Then the dog said.
Listen to what the yam says.
When I went to whip the dog with a palm branch, the tree said.
"Put that branch down."
Then the palm branch said.
Do it softly.
Then the stone said.
"Get that thing off me."
"Is that all?
The man with the fish trap asked.
Is that so frightening?"
Well,
The man's fish trap said.
did he take it off the stone?
The fisherman shouted. He threw the fish trap on the ground and began to run with the farmer. And on the trail they met a weaver with a bundle of cloth on his head.
Where are you going in such a rush?
He asked them.
My yam said.
"Leave me alone."
The farmer said.
The dog said.
Listen to what the yam says.
The tree said.
"Put that branch down."
The branch said.
Do it softly.
And the stone said.
"Get that thing off me."
And then
The fisherman continued.
the trap said,
Did he take it off?
That's nothing to get excited about.
The weaver said.
No reason at all.
"That's nothing to get excited about." Oh yes it is.
His bundle of cloth said.
If it happened, you'd run too.
Ah!
The weaver shouted. He threw his bundle on the trail and started running with the other men. They came panting to the ford in the river and found the man bathing.
Are you chasing a gazelle?
He asked them. The first man said breathlessly.
My yam talked to me and it said.
"Leave me alone."
And my dog said.
Listen to your yam.
And when I cut myself a branch, the tree said.
"Put that branch down."
And the branch said.
Do it softly.
And the stone said.
"Get that thing off me."
The fisherman panted.
And my trap said.
Did he?
The weaver wheezed.
And my bundle of cloth said,
"You'd run too."
Is that why you were running?
The man in the river asked.
Well, wouldn't you if you were in their position?
The river said. The man jumped out of the river and began to run with the others. They ran down the main street of the village to the house of the chief. The chief's servants brought his stool out, and he came in and sat on it to listen to their complaints. The men began to recite their troubles.
I went up to my garden to dig yams.
The farmer said, waving his arms.
Then everything began to talk. My yam said.
"Leave me alone."
My dog said.
Pay attention to your
The
yam.
tree said.
"Put that branch down."
The branch said.
do it softly.
And the stone said.
"Get that thing off me."
And my fish trap said.
Well, did he take it off?
The fisherman said.
And my cloth said,
"You'd run too."
The weaver said.
And the river said the same.
The battler said hoarsely, his eyes bulging. The chief listened to them patiently, but he couldn't refrain from scowling.
Now, this is a really wild
He
story.
said at last.
You'd all better go back to your work before I punish you for disturbing the peace.
So the men went away, and the chief shook his head and mumbled to himself.
Nonsense like that upsets the community.
"Fantastic, isn't it?
His stool said.
Imagine a talking yam."